James was just another face in the crowd. At least, that's what everyone thought. He wore cheap suits, carried an old briefcase, and drove a dented car. At work, he blended in with the rest, quiet, polite, never drawing attention. To his coworkers, he was just James, the man who ate lunch alone, the one people ignored in meetings, the one nobody ever truly saw. But James had a secret so big it could change everything. Because James wasn't just another employee. He wasn't struggling to make ends meet. He wasn't powerless. James was the owner of the entire company. Years earlier, James had built the company from the ground up. He was young, ambitious, and brilliant. But after betrayal by someone he trusted, James stepped away from the spotlight. He chose to live quietly, letting others believe the CEO was the one in charge. In truth, the CEO only answered to him. James watched from the shadows, learning how people treated those they thought were beneath them. In the office, James endured the whispers, the mockery, the way coworkers rolled their eyes when he spoke, the way managers dismissed his ideas. They thought he was nobody, but he was studying them all. One day, the company faced a crisis. A deal worth millions was collapsing. Panic spread through the boardroom. Executives scrambled, shouting over one another. James sat quietly in the corner, listening. Finally, when the chaos became unbearable, he stood up. His voice was calm, steady. He laid out a plan, detailed, sharp, flawless. The room went silent. Some scoffed. Others laughed. "Who are you to tell us how to run things?" One executive sneered. James didn't flinch. He picked up his old briefcase, pulled out a folder, and slid it across the table. Inside were documents, contracts, proof, the company's seal, his name written in bold, owner, founder, majority shareholder. The room froze. Mouths dropped open. The executives who had mocked him turned pale. James smiled faintly. "I don't need your approval," he said softly. "This is my company." The news spread to the building like wildfire. The man they had ignored, underestimated, even ridiculed, was a true power all along. Some begged for forgiveness. Some tried to align themselves with him. But James never forgot who laughed when he was silent, who pushed him aside, who treated him like nothing. He rewarded the humble and removed the arrogant. By the end of the week, the office looked very different. And James? He returned to his quiet corner, wearing the same old suit, carrying the same worn briefcase. Because true power doesn't need to shout. It only needs to be revealed at the right time.